James Garner, born James Scott Garner on April 7, 1928, in Norman, Oklahoma, remains one of Hollywood's most beloved actors. Known for his charm, wit, and grounded nature, Garner's life was far from ordinary. From a challenging childhood during the Great Depression to earning Purple Hearts in the Korean War, his experiences forged a character defined by resilience, integrity, and quiet heroism. Garner's approach to acting reflected these qualities: authentic, relatable, and effortlessly charismatic. Over decades in television and film, he cultivated a reputation for professionalism, humility, and loyalty, leaving an enduring legacy both on screen and off. Early life and hardships. Garner's childhood was marked by loss and struggle. His mother died when he was young, and his relationship with his stepmother was difficult, leaving him to navigate hardship early on. The Great Depression shaped his resilience and self-reliance, traits that would define his personal and professional life. Dropping out of high school, he joined the U.S. Merchant Marine during World War II and later served in the Korean War, where he was wounded twice. These formative experiences added depth to his later roles, allowing him to portray toughness and vulnerability with authenticity, making audiences connect with the everyman hero he would become. From accidental actor to Maverick star, Garner stumbled into acting after working in modeling and commercials, encouraged to pursue it professionally. He studied at the Pasadena Playhouse, joking about his limited formal training. His big break came in 1957 as Brett Maverick in the TV western Maverick. Unlike typical stoic cowboys, Maverick was clever, affable, and avoided unnecessary conflict. The role made him an overnight star and redefined the western genre by blending humor, charm, and humanity. Garner's portrayal resonated widely, showing that a hero could be relatable rather than distant. Maverick cemented his reputation for wit, charisma, and unconventional heroism. Transitioning to film stardom after leaving Maverick due to studio disputes, Garner smoothly transitioned to film. He showcased versatility, playing resourceful, courageous, and romantic characters alike. In The Great Escape, 1963, he embodied ingenuity and quiet courage, while The Americanization of Emily, 1964, highlighted his dramatic and anti-war sensibilities. He returned to comedic westerns in Support Your Local Sheriff, 1969, a cult favorite. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, he alternated between romantic leads and intelligent heroes in films like Grand Prix, Victor Victoria, and Murphy's Romance, earning an Academy Award nomination. Garner's ability to balance charm, humor, and gravitas ensured he remained a consistent presence in Hollywood's leading roles. The Rockford Files and television legacy. Garner's television triumph came in the 1970s with The Rockford Files. Playing Jim Rockford, a down-on-his-luck private investigator, he relied on wit and negotiation over violence. The show's clever writing, strong supporting cast, and Garner's everyman charm earned him an Emmy in 1977. Rockford became a template for realistic, relatable TV detectives, influencing subsequent generations of television. The role allowed Garner to combine humor, intelligence, and empathy, reinforcing his reputation for authenticity. Audiences admired his nuanced portrayal, which balanced vulnerability with courage, humor with seriousness. The Rockford Files remains a defining moment in both Garner's career and American television history. Continued success in film and television. Garner continued working through the 1980s and 1990s, appearing in major films like Space Cowboys, Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood, and The Notebook, where he moved audiences as the older version of Ryan Gosling's character. He occasionally returned to television, reprising roles from Maverick and Rockford Files and starring in series like 8 Simple Rules. Even late in his career, he displayed the same professionalism and charm that had defined him decades earlier. Garner's enduring appeal lay in his combination of talent, humility, and reliability. He connected with multiple generations while maintaining a grounded, private life beyond Hollywood's glare, a private and grounded life. Despite fame, Garner remained remarkably down to earth. He avoided the Hollywood spotlight outside professional obligations, preferring privacy and normalcy at home. Colleagues praised his unpretentious nature, treating everyone, from crew members to co-stars, with respect and kindness. Garner prioritized family over fame, finding fulfillment in his marriage and children. Rather than public adoration, he consciously cultivated a life of stability and love. Contrasting with the industry's excesses, Garner's humility, warmth, and loyalty made him respected both personally and professionally. reinforcing his reputation as not only a talented actor but also a genuinely admirable human being. Marriage to Lois Clark. Garner met Lois Josephine Fleshman Clark at a 1956 party, forming an instant bond. They married just 16 days later, defying Hollywood norms with a union that lasted nearly 6 decades. Lois became a stabilizing force in his life, supporting him through career highs and lows. The couple's enduring marriage demonstrated mutual respect, affection, and humor. Garner often cited Lois as the cornerstone of his personal happiness, praising the simplicity and sincerity of their early days together. Their relationship stood as a rare example of lasting love in an industry notorious for short-lived marriages, highlighting Garner's capacity for loyalty and commitment. Parenthood and family life. Garner embraced fatherhood wholeheartedly. Lois brought a daughter, Kimberly, who had recovered from polio, and Garner supported her with compassion. He later welcomed his own daughter, Greta C. Garner, who became an author and animal rights advocate. Garner's parenting reflected his personal values, patience, integrity, and quiet guidance. Even with a demanding career, he remained present and affectionate, modeling decency and responsibility. Family life grounded him, offering a respite from Hollywood's pressures. His dedication to his children and stepdaughter highlighted his generosity of spirit and commitment to nurturing meaningful relationships beyond fame and success. Professional integrity and disliked colleagues. Garner valued professionalism and mutual respect on set, which influenced his opinions of some actors. Bruce Dern's tendency to ad-lib at the expense of others irritated him, while Edward G. Robinson's condescending attitude ended potential collaborations. Kirk Douglas's competitive nature clashed with Garner's collaborative approach, and Ryan O'Neal's entitlement and poor treatment of crew members earned Garner's criticism. These grievances were not ego-driven. They reflected Garner's ethical standards, respect for colleagues, and insistence on integrity in his work. His critiques underscore a career-long emphasis on decency, teamwork, and humility, principles that guided both his professional and personal life. Humor and philosophy. Garner's dry wit punctuated his reflections on life and love. He joked about marriage, finances, and career struggles, often blending humor with insight. His famous quote, "Comparing marriage to the army," revealed both realism and optimism. Life involved challenges, yet commitment and loyalty mattered most. Garner believed in facing difficulties with courage, honesty, and humility, whether on screen or off. This philosophy informed his roles, relationships, and professional choices. Humor became a lens through which he navigated life, reflecting a grounded, intelligent, and relatable personality that endeared him to audiences and colleagues alike. Later years and legacy. Garner worked well into his later years, maintaining vitality and professionalism. His passing on July 19, 2014, at age 86 marked the end of a remarkable era in American entertainment. Lois Clark Garner survived him by 7 years, passing peacefully at 98, closing a chapter defined by enduring love. Garner's legacy extends beyond his extensive filmography. It encompasses his integrity, humility, and dedication to family. Fans remember him as an actor who never let fame compromise his values. He left a blueprint for balancing career, character, and personal life, embodying qualities that remain rare in Hollywood. Conclusion. A life well lived. James Garner's story is one of talent, resilience, and enduring humanity. From a difficult childhood and wartime service to a career spanning iconic television and film roles, he demonstrated courage, charm, and integrity at every turn. His private life, marked by an extraordinary marriage and devotion to family, reflected his core values. Garner's insistence on respect, humility, and professionalism shaped not only his career, but also the lives of those who worked with him. Remembered as both a consummate actor and a genuinely good man, James Garner remains a shining example of how character and talent can coexist in Hollywood's often fleeting world.